As Vice-Chancellor of the University, I declare this congregation open for the conferring of degrees by the authority of the Senate and the Council. I am delighted to welcome you all to this degree congregation. It is a celebration for all those who graduate today. We celebrate your many achievements that culminate in a degree from a major international research and teaching-led university. While you have been with us, the university has developed and changed. We are now a community of 19,000 students and just over 3,000 staff, with a turnover of £150 million per annum. It all demonstrates that universities are complex organisations. They are businesses with higher education at their core. We deal with a range of activities. First, leading-edge research in a range of areas. This year, our Department of Genetics was one of 20 institutions to win the Queen's Anniversary Prize for Higher and Further Education. As many of you will have noted from the press, physics is working with the Open University on the Beagle 2 project, which is designed to discover whether there is life on Mars. You can be sure that if there is, we shall be the first university to sign them up for a degree course. In the Faculty of Arts, archaeology has had another highly successful year, and it is a great pleasure to be able to tell you that last week Professor David Mattingly was elected as a Fellow of the British Academy, one of the highest academic honours that can be bestowed on an individual in the area of the arts. I'm sure you would wish to join with me in giving him our warm congratulations. While research is a fundamental part of any university, so is teaching, and they are intimately intertwined. In public debates in this country in recent months, politicians and secretaries of state have tried to persuade the public otherwise. I think there is a lot of evidence in our favour to demonstrate that good research and good teaching go together. They are not separate activities. Teaching is a key area of the university that informs the work that we do. It links with the research base, but also people can investigate how to go about engaging in good teaching. We have therefore developed a teaching fellowship scheme across the university, and I am particularly pleased to say that in giving awards to university staff on Monday of this week, of the awards, several went to teaching staff in the Faculty of Arts, who were awarded for delivering innovative teaching to students. Currently, we also have two other special projects in the university, one led by Professor Stuart Peterson in the field of medicine, and the other by Dr. Derek Raine in physics. Both have obtained grants of £500,000 that involve investigations on teaching methods and curricula that inform the higher education system, their own subjects and others as well. Thirdly, I feel it is important that universities contribute to the community through cultural activity, and this is very clearly demonstrated in this university by the work which staff do with schools, teachers, pupils and parents in the inner city with a view to broadening access. Not a matter for debate, a fundamental principle to which the university adheres. Secondly, our Richard Attenborough Centre for Disability in the Arts has attracted a wide range of audiences to exhibitions and innovative concerts featuring winners of the Young Musician of the Year competition. Certainly, I hope we should be able to promote more activity in the creative arts, engaging the very young who are involved in first-class performances. And finally, this summer, our Botanic Garden features a second international sculpture show, this year a 49-piece exhibition from 35 artists located in 13 countries. The exhibition opened last Saturday and runs until mid-September. Certainly many sculptors have commented that it is a world-class show, and I hope, therefore, you will take the opportunity to visit the exhibition before you leave this week. The examples that I've given, I feel, demonstrate that the list of activities associated with a leading university is endless and emphasises why it is so difficult to address questions about the shape and style of universities. Yet during this year, we witnessed the start of a major national debate about the higher education system. Fundamental questions were raised about research, learning, teaching and access, among many others. I think it is very important that members of the public and graduates of this university get involved with that debate. It is your university system, and it is your university system that is worth fighting for. We in Leicester have to consider, alongside other universities, what kind of university do we intend to be. Change is inevitable, but we need to build on activities where we have demonstrated absolute excellence. In Leicester, this will mean, firstly, developing our contribution to the local and regional economy. Secondly, continuing to generate further research grant and contract income, which currently places us alongside the leading universities in the UK. We need to deliver teaching that is closely linked to research and evaluated by peers as being excellent. Widening access, widening participation, part-time degrees and new foundation degrees are critical to development. And indeed, it is a great pleasure to me that this morning's degree congregation includes members of the BA Humanities course who have studied part-time over a number of years. Again, demonstrating that we just don't talk about widening access and widening participation in abstract, we actually make it a living reality. That is exceedingly important. We also need to continue to develop strategic alliances with other higher and further education colleges. We already have a flourishing network of 14 further education colleges and sixth form colleges associated with this university. And we are about to develop a special partnership with Bishop Grosseteste College in Lincoln and Newman College in Birmingham, whose courses we will validate from September, so their students will also be able to gain University of Leicester degrees. Finally, we need to think about the ways in which we can continue to develop higher education through distance learning methods. At the present time, 6,000 students study with us by distance learning. So if parents and friends would like their own University of Leicester degree, I can assure you we can sign you up this morning, you can start the work next week, and you would be on your way to another degree ceremony in Montfort Hall. The University of Leicester that you would join has been rated a top 20 institution in the National Media League tables in the Financial Times and the Sunday Times over the last 3 years. The university has demonstrated it has much to contribute locally, regionally, nationally and internationally. Finally, I would like to congratulate all those of you who graduate this morning. The class of 2003 has raised the standard even higher. We hope you will keep in touch with the university, and I shall look forward to seeing you at alumni events. But before I close, I would like you to join me in showing your appreciation to your parents, relatives, friends and sponsors who have supported you through the university. So I would now ask the graduating class of 2003 to join me in a round of applause for those people. Sounds to me like the Faculty of Arts has been tipped off that we run an applause competition in these degree ceremonies. Have an enjoyable day, applaud your fellow students, and all good wishes to you in your future careers.
It is widely believed that the study of history is in crisis. It is claimed that few of the youth of the country know who fought whom at Hastings, although they are fully informed as to who fought whom at the Stadium of Light. A month ago, I was drinking beer with an old friend, as I've done on most Friday evenings for 30 years. He was somewhat depressed because few of the people he had talked to that day realised the significance of the date. It was Friday, June the 6th. A few blank faces, think about it. Perhaps, however, this is not evidence. As he said to me, this is not history, I was there. Still think about it. Perhaps these views are true. However, history programmes on the television command large audiences. Their well-paid presenters are often academics who give the facts accurately and interpret them well. As a physicist, I only wish Horizon could reach the standards set by such as David Starkey or Richard Holmes. Large numbers of undergraduates are studying history, presumably having a good knowledge of at least parts of the subject before they reach university. Professor John Matthews is a distinguished ancient historian. The ancient refers to the history, not the professor, who is at present Professor of Roman History at Yale University in the United States. He was born in Leicester in 1940 and educated at the Wigston School for Boys, as it then was, which shares with the university the site of the former Leicestershire and Rutland County Lunatic Asylum. From Wigston's, he went to Oxford, where he remained until 1996, being appointed successively lecturer, reader, and then professor of late Roman studies. He was elected a Fellow of the British Academy in 1990. He moved to Yale in 1996 and has been chairman of the Department of Classics there since 1998. Professor Matthews' research centres on the history of the later Roman period, the period of the move to the new capital of Constantinople and the fall of the Western Empire. In particular, his interests focus on social and cultural matters, in this balance between public and private in the lives of the individuals concerned, and hence in the standing of the government, as he puts it in his book on Western aristocracies and the imperial court. This balance is clearly still of relevance today. He has also written The Roman Empire of Ammianus, a study of the life and work of Ammianus Marcellinus. Ammianus was a soldier and a historian who lived from 330 to 395 AD. In considering the government of his time, he satirically depicted the senators as totally unworthy of their traditions. They stuffed themselves with food, played dice, patronised charioteers and chorus girls. How different, how very different from the home life of our own dear Senate. Indeed, if one is to believe many of the writers of the late Roman period, especially the slightly later Procopius, political life was one long orgy of sex and violence. Should Professor Matthews join the well-paid ranks of the television historians, his series on late Roman life could probably only be shown on Channel 5, late at night, with a caution warning. Most recently, he has, in the Millennium Year, published Laying Down the Law, a study of the Theodosian Code. The Theodosian Code is the earlier of the two great codices of Roman law. It is a compilation of the laws enacted between 313 and 438 AD, first appearing in the latter year. This compilation, together with the later Code of Justinian of 529 AD, forms the basis of Roman law as it was used and still continues to be used in southern Europe. One of the major differences between northern and southern Europe, and one that continues to cause friction, is the divide between the legal traditions of the two regions. It is surely important to understand the origins of these differences, which go back to Roman times, if we are to continue to work and trade as a unit, however close or loose that union may be. Despite these arguments, it is possible that the study of history is of little importance in today's society. However, that is not the view of Professor Matthews, nor of this university. In his book on Ammianus, Professor Matthews refers to his sustained conviction of the truth and validity of the historian's profession. It is far from obvious to me that a civilized society can do without it. Today, we honour a Leicester man who has shown us the continuing relevance of the experience of the past to the world of today. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate and of the Council, I present John Frederick Matthews, that you may confer on him the Honorary Degree of Doctor of Letters.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Letters and welcome you among us. Many congratulations.
How shall I address you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, fellows, colleagues, fellow students too, and their families, including my own? This is a proud moment, as will be obvious, also a very strange one, because I've sat out in that hall where you are now sitting, looking this way, more times than I can remember. School trips to hear the Halley Orchestra, school music festivals held in this very hall. It's in this hall I saw my first opera, Mozart's Don Giovanni, staged on this very stage with a minimum of scenery, a very complicated plot, wonderful ending in which Don Giovanni gets dragged down to hell, more or less where I'm standing now. Today I came in through the stage door, and this was a new experience, so what should I say? I am from Leicester. Not only that, I'm from this very part of Leicester. Very local lad indeed. I went to school next door. My parents lived, and I lived, and they still live, in the small house just round 2 corners from Knighton Hall, where my wife and I are staying these nights as the guest of the Vice-Chancellor. I play cricket in Victoria Park, sometimes well, sometimes badly. If I've cycled up and down Queen's Road, once I've cycled around Queen's Road 1,000 times. This morning, my wife and I went a stroll down Church Lane from Knighton Hall to Knighton Church, just to see if there were still frogs in the churchyard. We used to collect them and put them in our pockets and take them home and let them free in the garden. Didn't see any frogs, but there's a sign halfway up the lane saying, "Migratory frog crossing." So the frogs are still there. If anybody sees a frog hopping around, it's mine. It got out of my pocket a few minutes ago. I've got 3 questions. 1 that you may put to me, and 2 that I thought I will put to myself. Do I deserve this honour? How am I to say? All I will say is that I'm delighted and deeply proud to have received it, and thank you very much. The other questions, the citation. In the United States, a citation is a traffic summons. The citation says that I have been awarded this great honour for services to ancient history. Services, of course, we all serve the subjects we study. I hope you're not still wondering why ancient history should be honoured in this way. As you've heard, it should be. Why not? Ancient history is interesting. You've only got to look at bookstores and watch television to see that ancient history is an interesting subject. It's also difficult. It can't be done without a command of techniques and skills that take time to acquire, so it's difficult. And it's educational. Why educational? I want to pause on why educational, just to make 2 points. It's educational because it helps us to understand how people can be the same and also different. Greeks and Romans wrote languages that we can read. We can understand it, we get basic concepts of our society from the Greeks and Romans, but they are different from us. Never forget it. This is a life skill, to be able to judge what in other people resembles us and what does not, is a fundamental skill of life, in my view. And secondly, ancient history teaches us how to assess the evidence. It can only be done by critical evaluation of the sources that we have. This seems to me very important, that we should be able to evaluate the truth of what we're being told by politicians and others. If a country is going to embark on a war, it's a good thing to know whether we're being told the truth about it. A word of congratulations to 2 groups of people. The study of ancient history at this university falls under the School of Archaeology and Ancient History. It is a very distinguished school indeed. It has remade itself in the last 15, 20, 25 years into a modern school in an excellent Leicester tradition, the tradition that goes back to W.G. Hoskins in landscape history and in urban history. This department is of the highest quality, and I congratulate them on what they've achieved, and of course my friend David Mattingly on his great honour received last week through his election as a fellow of the British Academy. My last word is for the students. I'd like to congratulate all the students who are here to receive their degrees. Please take away with you a sense of the value of what you've received here, and as you walk up in line and receive the applause, spare another thought, as you have already, to your families and the people who have made this possible. Thank them as I thank my family, and thank you very much.
The graduands in the Faculty of Arts will be presented by the Dean, Professor Yarrington. Will all graduands in the faculty please stand?
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to admit these candidates from the Faculty of Arts to the several degrees for which they are presented.
Graduates of the Faculty of Arts, by the authority of the Senate, I admit you to the several degrees for which you are presented.
For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Chia Li Chen. Ursula Kusi. Stephanie Knight. Paul Newsom. For For the degree of Master of Philosophy, John Adams. Stanley Chapman, on whose behalf his widow Phyllis Chapman collects this award. Michael Hope. For the degree of Master of Arts in Archaeology and Heritage, Graham Umpleby. Suzanne Zajac. For the degree of Master of Arts in Museum Studies, Emily Adams. Isilda Almeida. Victoria Andrews. Helen Bonar. Jodie Butterworth. Jane Cameron. Joe Carr. Joanne Carter. Dee Connolly. Dorcas Creswell. Katerina Demitsaki. Garete El Tawab. Trish Ehrman. Cressida Finch. Michelle Foggett. Caroline Frith. Alex Gasson. Helen Gibbons. Madeline Green. Sinead Guppy. Laura Henwood. Meta Hulberg. Virginia Johnston. Eleanor Jones. Sima Kaur. Emma Kirk. Naomi Kishimoto. Robert Lowe. Jana Manuel Pillai. Benjamin Marley. Stephen Maslin. Islam Mohammed. Janice Mullen. Rose Nicholson. Tutsumo Fabio Nishi. Kazuko Nishida. Carlos Ortiga. Christine Overgore. Ashley Penrose. Vanessa Rayner. Catherine Rose. Elizabeth Rosen. Timothy Sansom. Richard Slocum. Reuben Schmidt. Julia Sparrowhawk. Daphne Stamboliadi. Eleanor Thompson. Kay Topping. Laura Jennifer Turner. Toshiko Uchiyama. Maeve Underwood. Katie Walton. Claire Williamson. Emma Wilson. Sarah Wilson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in American Studies, Erica Bartlett. Daniel Cattle. Nicola Conway. Richard Dutton. Nicola Fowler. Amelia Gardner. David Hetherington. Ben Houghton. Sally Johnson. Alicia King. Lee Knight. Catherine Mulrine. Christopher Nevin. Claire Palmer. Gemma Rayner. Laura Wallbank. Danielle Williams. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in American Studies with a year in the USA, Samuel Bailey. Helen Barrett. Matthew Brambley. Laura Brown. Winner of the American Studies Prize, Andrew Farmer. Robert Foster. David Giles. Theophil Larty. Kate Leffley. Claire Leggett. Elizabeth Lowry. David Luck. Helen Marriott. Victoria Neville. Catherine Offer. Winner of the American Studies Prize, Robert Pollard. Sally Pullen. Tina Ratui. Chris Rose. Charlotte Senior. Giro Taylor. Rebecca Wakeling. John Ward. Claire Webster. Holly Williams. Mary Wood. Nicola Woodard. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Ancient History and Archaeology, Paul Beasley. Cecilia Bennett. Adam Blackwell.
Congratulations. Well done.
Richard Bott.
Congratulations.
Anna Cook.
Congratulations.
Victoria Cumming.
Congratulations. Well done.
Emily Goff.
Congratulations.
Angeline Hollinshead.
Congratulations.
Charlotte Muggleston.
Congratulations.
John Nellis.
Congratulations. Well done.
Tom O'Gorman.
Congratulations.
Lucy Price.
Congratulations. Well done.
Daniel Pryor.
Congratulations.
Sheena Rogers.
Congratulations.
Edward Salter.
Congratulations. Well done.
Andrew Smith.
Congratulations. Well done.
Robert Stevens.
Congratulations.
Michelle Taylor.
Congratulations.
Katie Westwood.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Ancient History and Archaeology, European Union, Jennifer Hayward.
Congratulations. Well done.
For the degree of a Bachelor of Arts in Archaeology, Edward Andrews.
Congratulations.
Lorna Bradford.
Congratulations.
Charles Correa.
Congratulations.
Leonie Driver.
Congratulations. Well done.
Matthew Granger.
Congratulations.
Samuel Jardine.
Congratulations.
Claire Martin.
Congratulations.
Hannah Selby.
Congratulations.
Sarah Steele.
Congratulations.
Nicholas Taylor.
Congratulations.
John Traynor.
Congratulations.
Rachel Vincent.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Samuel and Rachel May Prize in Archaeology, Natalie White.
Congratulations and very well done on your time.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Archaeology, European Union, Alexander Beebe.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Archaeology International, Lindsay Turner.
Congratulations. Well done.
Daniel Windward.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Combined Studies, Arpinda Baines.
Congratulations.
Catherine Bardsley.
Congratulations.
Joanna Blythe.
Congratulations.
Felicity Chippendale.
Congratulations. Well done. Thank you.
Edna De Silva.
Yeah. Congratulations. Well done.
Catriona Doherty.
Congratulations.
Jessica Evans.
Congratulations. Well done.
Winner of the Arthur Humphreys Memorial Prize, Rhiannon Firth.
Congratulations and very well done on your time.
Matthew Fletcher.
Congratulations.
Ian Forster.
Congratulations.
Michael Gray.
Congratulations.
Arlette Harris.
Congratulations.
Stuart Holden.
Congratulations.
Chloe House.
Congratulations. Well done.
Stephen Huckett.
Congratulations.
Paul Ibbotson.
Congratulations.
Graham Johnson.
Congratulations. Well done.
Minky Lou.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Karen Merriman.
Congratulations.
Claire Mitchell. Christine Noakes.
Congratulations, well done.
Rebecca O'Flynn.
Congratulations.
Frances Pointer.
Congratulations.
Helen Prudo.
Congratulations.
Matthew Reed.
Congratulations.
Gillian Robinson.
Congratulations, well done.
Jennifer Stewart.
Congratulations.
Philip Stiles.
Congratulations.
Philip Stiles.
Congratulations, well done.
Samantha Swan.
Congratulations, well done.
Rebecca Swift.
Congratulations.
Helen Turner.
Congratulations.
Lucy Valdeck.
Congratulations.
Anna Watts.
Congratulations.
Victoria Willett.
Congratulations.
Matthew Wood.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Combined Studies European Community, Sarah Cartwright.
Congratulations, well done.
John Collins.
Congratulations.
Victoria Marshall.
Congratulations, well done.
Kate Shiner.
Congratulations.
Sarah Tompkins.
Congratulations.
Rosalind Turton.
Congratulations.
Veronica Warren.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in European Studies, Jane Bass.
Congratulations, well done.
Alexandra Ballage.
Congratulations, well done.
Joanna Blackburn.
Congratulations.
Zoe Bunstead.
Congratulations, well done.
Zoe Chant.
Congratulations.
Josia Pong.
Congratulations.
Sarika Patel.
Congratulations.
Daljit Punia.
Congratulations.
Wayne Quigg.
Congratulations.
Emma Taylor.
Congratulations.
Jeff Yeats Edwards.
Congratulations.
Professor Sir Martin Harris is the doyen of university vice-chancellors. He's made a huge contribution to higher education in the UK, leading 2 major universities through significant developments and working to great effect at the interface between higher education and government. Martin Harris was born in Plymouth. Son of the city librarian, he grew up in a household suffused with learning and politics, both recurring themes in his life ever since. His early academic talent earned him the offer of a free place in a fee-paying academy, which was summarily rejected in favour of the local state school. Served well by the state system, he gained a place at Queen's College, Cambridge, to read modern languages. Once he realised that social confidence and intellectual ability are not necessarily related, he found his feet and made rapid progress on all fronts. He developed a passion for linguistics, but also cut his political teeth at the University Labour Club, rising rapidly to its presidency. Academia or politics were obvious choices of career. His tutors prompted him to consider university teaching, and he opted for postgraduate study of linguistics at the School of Oriental and African Studies in London. At that time, a plethora of academic jobs combined with the shortage of well-qualified applicants to generate unrivaled opportunities. In the second year of his PhD, he was offered a lectureship at the University of Leicester. With characteristic style, he first held out for a higher salary and then began his academic career with gusto. He soon began to play a full part in the affairs of the university, realizing that university structures allowed him to get involved in significant decision-making while still very junior. Both his children were born in Leicester, and he has happy memories of his years here. The time came, however, to move on to a senior lectureship at the University of Salford, in a department with a strong interest in linguistics. Here, his rise was positively meteoric. In a university dominated by engineering and science, he gained a chair in Romance linguistics at the age of 32, followed by the headship of his department and appointment as dean of the faculty. Salford was affected particularly badly by the 1981 cuts in funding for higher education. Led by a charismatic vice-chancellor, the institution set about radical change to meet the challenge. At the age of 36, Martin found himself thrust into the role of pro-vice-chancellor, working as a part of a close team to realize the grand vision of his leader on the ground. Here he honed the skills of management that he's demonstrated so consistently since, working to implement a radical vision, but in a decent and sympathetic way. Salford and other universities badly affected in 1981 lobbied for representation on the then university funding body, the University Grants Committee. Martin Harris was chosen as an acceptable and reasonable candidate, and he began his career on the national scene. He soon grew to love involvement at a national level and has built an extensive and effective network throughout the corridors of power. It was not long before the headhunters were in action, and he was approached to become Vice-Chancellor of the University of Essex. He took over an institution with a reputation of problems and left it a few years later stable, successful, and forward-looking. In a small institution with much inherent strength, he was able to develop a consensual leadership style that allowed his vision to be expressed through the effective working of others. Headhunters are relentless pursuers of the successful, however, and in a few years he was targeted again, this time for one of the big jobs, the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Manchester. Leading such a huge organisation was altogether a different proposition, but Martin soon adapted and used the stimulus of the 1996 research assessment exercise to overhaul the university and pave the way for exceptional success just 5 years later. All the while, his national prominence grew ever greater. He'd risen to a major role in the Committee of Vice-Chancellors and Principals, representing all universities in the UK. And in 1997, he became president. He led the organisation with extraordinary ability through some of its most turbulent times. Most recently, he's played a leading role in the negotiations to merge the University of Manchester with UMIST, and will leave his post next year as both universities are dissolved to rise from the ashes of the first of the new super universities. He's also recently found prominence as the spokesperson for the Universities UK in matters of health. Awarded a CBE in 1992, Sir Martin was knighted in the Millennium Honours List for services to higher education. He's never forgotten his local communities, however, and has made a lively contribution over a huge range of other activities. Sir Martin's life started with learning and politics, and his career in higher education has enabled him to combine the two in a wholly outstanding way to the enormous benefits of universities and to the generations of students who pass through them. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate and the Council, I present to you Martin Best Harris, that you may confer upon him the Honorary Degree of Doctor of Letters.
I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Letters and welcome you among us. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, fellow graduands, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me very real pleasure to accept with deep gratitude the great honour which this university has bestowed upon me today, and to thank in the warmest of terms all those who have made today's splendid ceremony possible. In particular, I would like to thank the orator, who's found so many positive things to say about me and who has so graciously overlooked so many others. I am, as I say, enormously grateful. An honorary doctorate from Leicester is very special to me and to my wife Barbara, who is, as so often before, with me here today. It was here in Leicester that we bought our first home and where our two sons were born, where, in fact, we began together a life which will quite soon now, as you've heard, lead us together into retirement. And it was Leicester University which first employed me and enabled me to start my career as an academic, albeit in 1967, which subsequent research has shown was the year of greatest mismatch between supply of and demand for university teachers. Put in other words, there was no year when it was easier to enter my chosen profession. You can make what you will of that. Times were certainly easier then and better paid for young academics. Staff were appointed and buildings built at least as fast as the new students of the Robbins era were admitted. And staff-student ratios and teaching loads then, especially for new young lecturers, would be envied by new entrants to our profession today. So much for falling standards. I have another reason to be grateful to Leicester, and that is for the tolerance with which it reacted to the mistakes of an impatient young man. I learnt so much from colleagues here, some as friends and equals, particularly in the Department of French and the Faculty of Arts, some as seniors, mentors, and advisors. In particular, given the way my career has subsequently taken me, I can now see the wisdom of so much that was said to me by my first head of department, Professor Leslie Sykes, later the Deputy Vice-Chancellor. Though it has to be said, we didn't always see eye to eye at that particular time, but I learnt so much from him. And if I might just add a word, how right the Vice-Chancellor is to say that universities are about teaching and research, research and teaching. They are two inseparable sides of the same coin. Each benefits the other, and each teacher and each student benefits from both of those two activities. A university in which both of those don't flourish would not be a true university. All of us must work together to ensure the opportunities that I had as a young academic here, and as the students had then and have now, that those opportunities, the synthesis of research and teaching research, are never broken. There's another very special link between Leicester and my current position as Vice-Chancellor of Manchester. Barbara and I live in a rather splendid official residence in Manchester, bequeathed to the university by Ernest and Sheena Simon, Lord and Lady Simon of Wythenshawe. Their son, Brian, whose putative inheritance passed not to him, but instead to the university, and who died only last year, became one of his own generation's leading professors of education and spent much of a successful and productive career here in the School of Education of this university. A very famous Leicester name, Professor Brian Simon. Indeed, I remember as a young lecturer regarding him as one of the really distinguished scholars here on the campus, here on the Leicester campus, among so many other distinguished colleagues. And now we live in the house where Brian Simon grew up as a young boy, the son of two immensely distinguished parents who were themselves very generous benefactors to our city and to higher education. But enough of that. Today is really the day of the graduands here receiving and about to receive their degrees. As I said to some of my own university's graduating students just yesterday, you have been given and you have taken a great opportunity. I'm still in touch with a number of men and women whom I taught here in Leicester more than 30 years ago, and I know the advantage they have taken of their Leicester degrees. I know that you will all do the same, and I salute you and congratulate you all most warmly. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, can I say on behalf of Barbara and myself how very grateful we both are for the opportunity which the City and the University of Leicester gave to us in 1967. And can I in particular thank you all once again with the deepest of gratitude for the very real honour you have done me today. Now, for the second time, I am proud to be a member of this distinguished university, and this time it will be for the rest of my life. Thank you very much indeed.
The remaining graduands in the Faculty of Arts will now be presented by the Dean, Professor Yarrington.
Madam Pro-Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French, Guy Askew. Gareth Embley. Sarah Gadd. Andrew Jackson. Hannah O'Connell. Caroline Oxley. Sarah Tack. Sarah Wakelam. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French and German, Jenny Cooper. Daniel King. Winner of the Theodore Sturm Prize, Hannah Lever.
Well done, Hannah. Well done on your prize.
Victoria McQuiston.
Well done.
Rosanna Waterhouse.
Well done.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French and Italian, Rosina Bucknell.
Well done, Regina.
Carla Butler.
Well done, Carla.
Tammy Forrest.
Well done.
Sophie Hazel.
Well done, Sophie.
Victoria Higgin.
Well done, Vicky.
Emma Hughes.
Well done, Jenny.
Vicky Lowe.
Well done, Vicky.
Catherine Maris.
Well done, Catherine.
Winner of the Leslie Sykes Prize, Stephen Marshall.
Well done, Stephen. Well done on your prize.
Sarah Norris.
Well done, Sarah.
Philip Ringrose.
Well done, Philip.
Emma Rowe.
Well done, Emma.
Saskia Sanchez.
Well done, Saskia.
Winner of the Leslie Sykes Prize, Gemma Winks.
Well done, Gemma. Well done on the prize.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French and Politics, Alkan Chagla.
Well done, Alkan.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in French and Spanish, Veronique Bazoge.
Well done, Veronique.
Sarah Brown.
Well done.
Anna Buckley.
Well done.
Sophie Cook.
Well done, Sophie.
Sarah Harris.
Well done, Sarah.
Gemma Potts.
Well done, Gemma.
Winner of the Leslie Sykes Prize, Emma Staniland.
Well Well done, the prize.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography, Robin Arnold.
Well done, Robin.
Richard Atkinson.
Well done.
Kate Bartichel. Tony Beeman.
Well done, Robin.
Elizabeth Bennett.
Well done, Richard.
Lucy Billings.
You've got some thumbs out there.
David Bradley. Andrew Coles. Rachel Crozier. Matthew Curtis.
Well done, Matthew.
Jake Davis.
Right in front of.
Thomas Evans.
Well done.
Adam Fox.
Well done.
Jessica Glenn.
Well done, Matthew.
Michael Gordon.
Well done, Matthew.
Natalie Hancox.
Well done.
Lindsay Harrison.
Well done, Linda.
Winner of the Eurodirect Cameo Award, Tim Henretti.
Well done, Tim. Well done on the prize.
Kelly Hull.
Well done, Helen.
Clive Jeffries.
Well done.
Natasha King.
Well done.
Tiffany Curlew.
Well done.
Thomas Ladell.
Well done.
Siobhan McChrystal.
Well done, Yvonne.
William McFarland.
Well done, William.
Carly Neenan.
Well done.
James Oxley.
Well done.
Winner of the William Kirk Prize, Kate Pinnock.
Well done, Kate. Well done on the prize.
Grace Richards.
Well done, Grace.
Claire Ring.
Well done.
Gemma Rowland.
Well done.
Richard Sefton.
Well done, Richard.
Rachel Shaw.
Well done, Rachel.
Winner of the Bruce May Dissertation Prize, Lucy Shuttleworth.
Well done, Lucy. Prize.
Katie Spittle.
Well done.
Rachel Starmer.
Well done, Rachel.
Winner of the Norman Pye Prize, the Michael Reed Memorial Prize, and the John H. Patterson Prize, Lisa Chitkowski.
Well done, Lisa. Well done on the prizes. Well done.
Ben Tantrum.
Well done, Ben.
William Tonkis.
Well done, William.
Lucy Walton.
Well done, Lucy.
Sarah Weldon.
Well done.
Stephen Weller.
Well done, Stephen.
Kate White.
Well done, Kate.
Fiona Wilding. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in German, winner of the Theodor Sturm Prize, Richard Brown.
Well done, Richard. Done on the prize.
Mirjana Jackson.
Well done, Madame.
Delsa Morlam.
Well done.
Lucy Prothero.
Well done, Lucy.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in German and Italian, Julia Garbis.
Well done, Julia.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in German and Spanish, Eleanor Freer.
Well done, Eleanor.
Jonathan Rimmer.
Well done, Jonathan.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History, Callie Barnes.
Well done, Helen.
Joanne Bell.
Well done.
Louise Borrell.
Well done, Julie.
Ellen Bowen.
Well done, Ellen.
James Bradshaw.
Well done, Jane.
Robert Brooke,
Well done, Robert.
Dominic Burke,
Well done.
Sarah Burt,
Well done, Sarah.
Laura Kane,
Well done, Laura.
Natalie Kane,
Well done.
Suzanne Calaby,
Well done, Suzanne.
winner of the Professor J. Simons Prize, Charlotte Carrington.
Well done, Charlotte. Well done, the prize.
Catherine Chapman,
Well done.
Thomas Clapham,
Well done, Thomas.
Victoria Court,
Well done, Victoria.
Stacey Cunningham,
Well done.
Emily Curry,
Well done, Emily.
Philip Diffie,
Well done, Philip.
Nicholas Edmonds,
Well done.
Miranda Edwards,
Well done, Amanda.
Nicholas Edwards,
Well done, Rick.
David Ayres,
Well done, Patrick.
Louise Fallows,
Well done, Dave.
Ben Fanstone,
Well done.
Joanne Farrell,
Well done, Joanne.
Annette Finch,
Well done, Libby.
Andrew Furman,
Well done, Andrew.
Peter Fountain,
Well done,
Christopher Fox,
Well done.
Rebecca Gilbert,
Well done, Rebecca.
Dominic Hand,
Well done, Dominic.
Jacqueline Harley,
Well done.
Sarbjit Holate,
Well done, Andy.
Nicola Horrell,
Well done.
Catherine Hunter,
Well done, Susan.
David Hurt,
Well done, Dave.
Jonathan Inslee,
Well done, Jonathan.
Anthony Jackson,
Well done.
Emma Johnson,
Well done, Emma.
Leanne Jones,
Well done, Leanne.
Nicholas Jones,
Well done, Rick.
Harminder Kajal,
Well done, Arminda.
Georgina Kane,
Well done, Ian.
Jonathan Lewis,
Well done, Jonathan.
Siobhan Mackenzie,
Well done, Siobhan.
Tom Manning,
Well done, Mona.
John Mather,
Well done, John.
winner of the Professor W.H. Brock Prize, Christopher Matthews.
Well done, Christopher. Good on the prize.
David McCarthy,
Well done, David.
Helen McCorry,
Well done.
John McCulloch,
Well done.
Neville Mellors,
Well done, Ian.
Philip Merchant,
Well done, Philip.
Asad Naqvi,
Well done, Asad.
Philip Nash,
Well done, Philip.
Claire O'Reilly, Kevin Osborne,
Well done, Kevin.
Benjamin Page,
Well done, you got the phone, sir.
Louise Pellet,
Well done, Louise.
Oliver Platts,
Well done, Oliver.
Andrew Porter,
Well done,
Catherine Potter, Sheena Prince,
Thank you.
Carly Pritchard,
Well done.
Farhat Kayom,
Well done, Sarah.
Sarah Quimby,
Well done, Sarah.
Lucy Reeves,
Well done, Lucy.
Jane Rickards. Alana Rush. Richard Shreve. Michael Skelton. Elaine Smith. Stuart Strong. Michael Tappenden. Claire Thorpe. Sharon Thorpe. Helen Tillett. Winner of the Dr. D.T. Williams Prize, Nigel Underwood.
Well done, Nigel. Well done, the prize.
Alistair Walsh.
Well done, Alistair.
Christopher Ward.
Well done.
Gemma Ward.
Well done, Gemma.
Sarah Jane Williams. Emma Worrell. Winner of the J.H. Plum Prize, the West End Memorial Prize, the F&M Kesner Prize, the Faculty Prize, and the Arthur Humphreys Memorial Prize, Peter Wright. Stephanie Wright.
Well done.
Kate Yates. Mukhalip Yildirim.
Well done, Nicola.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History, European Union, James Burridge.
Well done, James.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History and Archaeology, Peter Backley.
Well done, Peter.
Jonathan Bridle.
Well done, Jonathan.
Joanna Frawley.
Well done, Joanna.
Alison Gadd.
Well done, Alison.
Yvette Gamble.
Well done, Yvette.
Catherine Hallsworth.
Well done.
Winner of the Dr. D.T. Williams Prize, Daniel Kendall.
Well done, Dan. Go to the prize.
Christina Lilly.
Well done, Chris.
Benjamin Longton.
Well done, Ben.
Gemma Sargent.
Well done, Billy.
John Sylvester.
Well done, Ben.
Matthew Sishton.
Well done, Matthew.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History and Politics, Helen Appleton.
Well done, Helen.
Nicholas Bailey.
Well done, Nicholas.
Kieran Brown.
Well done, Nicholas. Well done.
Matthew Coots.
Well done, Matthew.
Daniel Curra.
Well done, Daniel.
Shelley Dewhurst.
Well done, Shelley.
Elizabeth Drake.
Well done, Elizabeth.
Marcus Epstein.
Well done, Mark.
Graham Faulkner.
Well done, Graham.
Gervase French.
Well done, Gervase.
Mark Fryer.
Well done, Mark.
Holly Fuller.
Well done.
Rachel Gerard.
Well done, Rachel.
Alexander Grant.
Well done.
Rajiv Grual.
Well done, Rajiv.
Angela Holt.
Well done, Angela.
Claire Kirkby.
Well done, Claire.
Diz Mayores.
Well done, Pete.
Andrew McHale. Sean Morris.
Well done, John.
Lisa O'Brien.
Well done, Lisa.
Carita Ogden.
Well done, George.
Francis Perry.
Well done.
Gary Scattergood.
Well done, Gary.
Nick Seddon. Daniel Street.
Well done.
Safira Talbot Strettle.
Well done, Safira.
Esther Watt.
Well done.
Simon Wilson.
Well done, man.
Alex Yip. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History and Politics, European Union, Tim Allen.
Well done, Tim.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History of Art, Kate Anderson.
Well done, Kate.
Louise Ball.
Well done, Louise.
Winner of the Arthur Humphreys Memorial Prize and the Luke Herman Prize, John Clark.
Well done, John. Well done, the prizes.
Heather Crabtree.
Well done, Anna.
Ruth Crawford.
Well done.
Jeanette Jessup.
Well done, Jeanette.
Francis McDarby.
Well done,
Alexandra McGregor.
Well done, Alexander.
Jenny Morgan.
Well done, Jenny.
Gemma Malarkey.
Well done.
Susan Peake. Paula Robertson.
Well done, Paula.
Elodie Rosello.
Well done.
Asao Sarukawa.
Well done, Asao.
Andrew Vaughan.
Well done, Andy.
Jessica Wall.
Well done, Jessica.
Victoria Witt.
Well done.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History of Art, European Union, Kelly Abbott.
Well done, Steve.
Stephanie Cripps.
Well done, Steph.
Simon Greenwood.
Well done.
Winner of the Hilda Willis Memorial Prize, Catherine Rogerson.
Well done, Catherine. Well done on the prize.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, Veronica Chandler.
Well done, Veronica. Good on you, kid.
Winner of the Humanities World Humanities Prize, Denise Croucher.
Well done, Denise.
Sean Davis.
Well done, John.
Deborah James.
Well done.
Jeffrey O'Neill.
Well done.
Graham Palmer.
Well done.
Sheila Vody.
Well done, Sheila.
Jill Warren.
Well done, Jill.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in World Humanities, Bilfa Budak.
Well done, Jason.
Angela Cook.
Well done, Angela.
Balwinder Dhaliwal.
Well done, Joanna.
Peter Lowe.
Well done, Peter.
Michael Sharp.
Yes.
Sheila Wilkinson.
Well done, Sheila.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Italian and Spanish, Ros Baker.
Well done, Ross.
Maria Falanca.
Well done.
Winner of the McWilliam Memorial Prize, Emily Vickers.
Well done.
For For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Modern Language Studies, Hannah Perkins. Elena Wright. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Modern Language Studies with a year abroad, Gareth Hobbs. Felicity Jeffries. Stephanie Moore. Winner of the Arthur Humphreys Memorial Prize, the West End Memorial Prize and the Faculty Prize, Anne Williams. Madam Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to admit to the several degrees for which they are presented by my faculty those candidates who are absent.
By the authority of Senate, I admit those candidates who are absent to the several degrees for which they are presented. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, honorands, new graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I should like to start these closing remarks by adding my warmest congratulations, first of all, to our two honorary graduates who do us honour by being here today. They are exceedingly distinguished people, and we are delighted to be able to honour them here at our university. I also congratulate our new-made graduates. Those of you who, a few minutes ago, were undergraduates, and now you have gone through the rite of passage, and you are graduates, and there's no going back. There's never any going back. You have come through one of those important stages of life, and now you go forward as graduates. In parenthesis, I noticed that this year it's very fashionable in the Faculty of Arts. I was noticing as I was shaking all your hands for the wearing of thumb rings. It's fascinating to an anthropologist like me to see how these fashions come and go. And last but by no means least, I want to offer thanks and hope that you will offer your thanks to your parents, family and friends who probably feel that quite an awkward corner has been turned and feel they should feel very proud, not just what you, the new graduates, have achieved, but also what they have achieved in getting you to this point, and I'm sure that they do feel very proud of you. Now, it's that time of the year when across the land, elderly persons like me presume to give advice to young things like you on what you might loosely call the art of living. So here are some thoughts which seem, to me at any rate, to be of importance. And the first thing I want to say to you is that life only comes round once. We do not get a rehearsal. So make the most of your opportunities. And when I say make the most of your opportunities, what I really mean, of course, is make opportunities for yourselves. You have before you examples like our two honorary graduates today. Everything is possible to you people, so make the most of it. Make your opportunities. And secondly, I'd say, don't dance to other people's tunes. Work out what's right for you, reflect, consult, of course, but when you've sorted out what you want to do, go for it. You don't have to be pushy, you don't have to be unpleasant, but you do have to be honest and open and independent-minded. You have to be your own man, your own woman, in fine. Now, your generation actually is a lot better at this than perhaps other generations have been. It seems to come quite naturally to you people. But it needs to be cultivated, like all good things. Unless you consciously keep it going, and make it work, it sort of drifts away. So you need to be your own people. But the other side of the coin to that, of course, is that you need to respect everybody who is not like you. In other words, you need to respect everybody you come across, regardless of shape, size, colour, background, whatever. You know, we're all part of the human fruit salad. We all make up the syrup, which is the flavour of the whole. Again, you are very good at this, I think. Your generation is a lot better at this than other generations have been. But again, it's something that needs kind of vigilance, or it can melt away. I'm sure that you will do this, but I do say, you know, respect everybody you come across. Everyone's got their own life to lead. Everyone's got their story to tell. And every life is equally important to every other. And another third thing I'd like to say is I do urge you, particularly those of us who are all here from the Faculty of Arts, to keep faith with the disciplines that you did in your first degrees, in the degrees that you've just come through. I'm not talking about what you will do in the way of work. You'll work at all sorts of things as you go through your lives, and they may or may not be linked to the course of study that you've just undertaken. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am saying is, try and keep up a bit of reading. Try and join a society which will keep you in touch with people who have got the same backgrounds, the same intellectual backgrounds as you have yourselves. Because an inner interest is a huge resource as you go through. It's the kind of thing which can help get you through the bad times and enhance the good times as you go through life. And the reason for that is, I think, because it's very close to you, what you read, the disciplines that you were bred up in, they're very close to you, but they're not actually about you. And this means that they can provide a sort of, interest, fire, support that is very important to you as you go through your lives. And finally, I would say, cherish the friends that you've made while you're here. Probably, most people make their closest friends while they're at university. So the people you know, the people that you've been close to during these last 3 or 4 years, will probably go on being important to you through your lives. And you'll be a source of mutual strength to each other as you go on. And this is very important to bear in mind. It really will work for you, and it's a marvellous thing to have. So, finally, enjoy your lives, enjoy your memories of Leicester, and come back and see us as soon as you can. Thank you.
Well, that brings us to the end of the proceedings this morning. Last year, the Faculty of Arts came second in the competition as to who could applaud loudest and longest, and we were hopeful that last year might have beaten the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences. So I think we should give you one more opportunity for it to be recorded and see if you can take on the Faculty of Medicine and Biological Sciences who come here tomorrow afternoon. But so, one more time, many congratulations to you all. One more round of applause for the graduating class of 2003 in the Faculty of Arts. Sounds to me like you should be back here for the result tomorrow afternoon. I now declare this congregation closed.